Overall, I feel so lucky to have been able to be a part of this experience. It's crazy thinking back to the first day we landed. I felt so lost because no one spoke English and I had no idea how to navigate around the city. But each day that passed, I felt more and more a part of this country. I tried really hard to immerse myself in the culture and learn all that I could in this short 10 days. That's why I really love the idea of staying in a homestay.
So the University Hospital was a great time. We ended up actually going to the kinesiology department, and I talked to the director, and she allowed us to go in. And she actually gave us a very detailed tour. She told us about the credential program and how to get in and what they needed to do and like what specialties they had to do. And we actually learned that their programs out here is that they actually have to do med school and then they further specialize in PT. Which was actually very interesting to learn when our process was just 3 years, so just grad. That was actually a really awesome experience as well because she showed us around and actually had the same equipment that we had back in the States. Such as they had the treadmills, they had the like the inverted tables, and just stuff like that of that nature. They also told us that they thought that was very like prehistoric type material. And we actually told her that was the same equipment that we had. So she was shocked about that as well. She was like, oh, I thought you guys were way more advanced. We're like, okay, yeah, we have like maybe new models of that stuff, but we use the same stuff still. But she was very welcoming, very open to all our questions, and it was just out of a blue interview and tour that she gave us just out of nowhere, and it was awesome.
So today we visited Vital, which is a private, I would say, emergency services company that services its clients by, I would say, responding towards different categories of emergencies, ranging from critical emergencies to just doctor's visits.
They had an effective code system. The red code, say the 3-code color coding system. The red code signified emergent heart attack situations, traffic accidents, something severe that needed attention from a paramedic or a doctor immediately versus someone who had flu-like symptoms, and they would be in the green category. The yellow category was sort of in between. So the way their system differed was that of the fact that they have a physician with them. Basically cut back on the emergency department patients, and because you're having a physician go directly to the house of a person who is having a cold symptom or something. So for the less critical patients, this actually works in terms of taking care of patient load versus the emergent people, which they are still seen by a physician so they can get the care they need immediately then and there.
Today we visited Hogar Chiquitos. It's a little home for children with families that have been abandoned or have been distressed or abused. And pretty much this place takes in children until their families are ready to care for them properly.
So overall it was sad, but the way they are treated in the home is super good. It's like they have their own family and unit together. All the kids seem to care for one another and depend on each other, which I thought was very nice.
And when we got there, we played soccer with them, and then we had a singing circle that involved us playing the guitar and singing Justin Bieber to them, which they obviously did not know.
Today we took a city bus tour of Buenos Aires. Two places we walked around were Plaza de Mayo and La Boca. The Plaza de Mayo is a historical site where the May Revolution of 1810 took place, which eventually led to Argentina's independence from Mother Spain. The plaza is surrounded by important historical buildings that are still in use to this day. Among these buildings are Casa Rosada, the Pink House, where the President of Argentina works, and the Metropolitan Cathedral of Buenos Aires, the primary Catholic church of the city. In the plaza itself, there are many signs and memorials constructed by the citizens of the city. Every Thursday, women known as the Mothers of Plaza de Mayo march around the plaza wearing white scarves, silently protesting the disappearance of their children during the 1976 to 1983 Dirty War. On a lighter note, La Boca is a neighborhood filled with colorful buildings, lively music, and vendors selling their wares. The area is named La Boca because it sits in the mouth of the snake-like Matanza River. The buildings in the area are particularly unusual because the builders, who were poor Italian immigrants, constructed the buildings out of scraps from the nearby shipyards. The variations in construction and color make each building unique.
Today we were lucky enough to go check out the gauchos and visit them at the Argentinian estancia. It was really cool because we got a chance to see a different perspective of how, I guess, their cowboys are. It's a little bit different. Their ranches are a little bit different. It was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it did rain on us, but that also brought another thing to my attention. We were able to see that when the power goes out for them, that's all that they really have. They don't have like a generator to reboot the power when the power goes out and stuff like that. So I thought that that was very interesting, and something that was much different than we have in the United States. One of the things that we really liked and enjoyed was being able to actually jump on the horses and ride. They didn't actually give us any lessons or anything like that. We just kind of jumped into it, and it was something that a lot of us probably never have been on a horse, but we were still able to get on and were able to do something new and step out of our box.
We were very fortunate to be given a free day out of the week to explore and satisfy our hunger for more adventure. A lot of us caught up on souvenir shopping, sightseeing, and spent more time in places we didn't get a chance to do during the week. A couple things we did included enjoying juicy churipans in La Boca, souvenir shopping at a 10-block public mercado along Plaza de Mayo, visited Malva, the Museo de Arte Latinoamericano de Buenos Aires, and enjoyed the beautiful night lights on the infamous El Puente de la Mujer, or also known as the Women's Bridge on Punto Madero. And what a better way to end this unforgettable trip than to rally up the whole fam and enjoy an authentic Argentine farewell dinner.
By the end of the trip, I was able to get around the city easier and converse with the locals more. I think traveling, regardless of where you go, is so important for everyone to do. It teaches you so many things that you can't just understand by reading out of a book. It also allows you to see life in a different perspective, which helps you become more open-minded and understanding of the world and all of its different cultures. I'm really going to miss this beautiful country. I'm thankful I got to experience this with such an amazing group of people. This is definitely one for the books. Ciao, Argentina. See you soon.
This is my land. This is your